Okay, I believe I gave enough time for that video to be seen. I was holding off on making this video until today. What I wanted to discuss is, of that video that I recently uploaded. If you all saw it, I know most of you have. Um, I want people who are not targeting individuals to understand these people, these perps, they do tend to get physical at times. Uh, this normally happens at a point of which they get very um, desperate. Let's take the incident, the McDonald's incident, for an example. Right? They got super desperate about that, and they were trying to orchestrate the situation. You know, they had someone constantly try to provoke me or whatever. The guy kept trying to shake my hand. His hand was laced with nano. I knew this. I knew both him and his friends, his buddies, couldn't be trusted. And I went with my natural instinct. I just didn't trust it. They kept doing this repeatedly. I mean, okay, when you start basically trying to shake a person's hand on multiple occasions, this is no longer a friendly gesture. This is her. That's going to a point of harassment. Um, you can bet they didn't want me to have that evidence, but by the time I uploaded that, it was already too late. I don't think they realized that that's what I was doing. But by that time, when they came to that realization, it was already too late. But at the same time, like I still had that evidence on my person, which is why I'm actually glad and grateful that I got the audio from that McDonald's incident too. Now, they do a lot. Again, this is still a psychological warfare. They'll do many different gestures to basically try to put you in a state of fear. But the thing is that, something they do so much. It's not that they won't stoop to putting their hands on you. No, I know because I've experienced this, not during the McDonald's incident, but, the incident before. And the incident that happened before is when I noticed a vehicle that just so happened to be parked in a lot. These people were covering their faces, and I believe they had equipment in there. It was around the time when I got the license plates. I had the evidence of what they were doing. It was very too obvious. They were hiding themselves in their car. They had every single window covered up with, not tinted, but like actual, things, just trying to hide their faces. By the time I got by the time I got the license plates, the dude came out of the car. He ended up asking me desperately, please, I won't hurt you. Just delete the footage. And it's just to the point like these people should know better, they should know better. But at the same time, I don't doubt the fact that with the significance that's going on, you got to look at everything that's laid out here on the playing field. We do have these chemtrails going out, right? These gang stalkers who gang stalk us, they are breathing this stuff in. But also, before I even go any farther with this, I did get assaulted by that guy later on. I was just going out there just to pay my damn rent. That's it. I didn't go out there to, I didn't sign up for any of this, None of us did. But yeah, I definitely got assaulted that time. I saw a video that Next had shared with who was that? James, the homeless King James. I believe his YouTube name is Horse now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure how to pronounce the Japanese lettering that he have in there, unless I'm not sure. I think that's Japanese lettering. I'm not sure. But anyway, Next Level showed a video of him. These people had allowed him to stay there for a bit, and it was a very hostile situation. They were for trying to saying, no, you got to go, you got to go. He didn't do anything. But as you all know, those are perps. They act like that, and unfortunately, those people who were doing that to him were most likely drug addicts, is what I'm guessing. Several constant accusations towards his direction. It never ended, and then it got to a point to where he got assaulted by two people. Yes, the phone captured audio footage of all of this that happened. Um, So when I noticed that, they tried, giving James the same offer, I'm like, how many target individuals have these people tried setting up? You know, the same thing. We need to start bringing more awareness about stuff like that, because chances are there's another target individual who's going to fall for that and not know. We need to, which is why one of the reasons why we're definitely long overdue for a gathering. Problem is that you can expect infiltration of that too, for something like that. Even during the rap, even when a protest. Let me tell you something. I seen a Ti's video who lives on not Vulcan, but another target individual. It was him and his family. Him and his wife were protesting, right? Just trying to spread out awareness. So I want people to understand there were people out here who did, when it came to the situation when Gavin Long, there were people out here in Baton Rouge protesting and literally letting the public know what was going on. Yet this is still going on. So I want everybody to understand. When it came to him being gunned down by the cops, remember, when there were TIs who still, before him, who did go out there showing people what was going on in these streets. Okay, there were people who alerted them. I did the same thing. I told people about this, what's going on. I shared the evidence I found. I shared all the documentations, all the articles, all the links, everything that I could possibly find, because I knew there was something very sinister about this. One thing I will not deny about that video that it got right, and I know because I witnessed this, I know that they constantly hit you with radiation. And I know that these gang stalkers are eating food out of the microwave, which just so happens to be cooking food with radiation. I know that these people who are gang stalking me still eat fast food. I know because I've seen them do it. I know because I've seen them eat items that I was aware of that I jotted down on things to avoid that had high fructose corn syrup in it. I know they're still eating stuff with a lot of these negative ingredients in it, that they're not eating healthy. They're eating all kinds of junk food, all types of candy that has all this bad stuff in it. And it's just doing nothing but constantly keeping them, leashed on this system. So the fact, the whole thought of them jumping in and out of people's bodies like that, people with a lower vibration, I don't doubt that for a second. I don't. And then going back to what happened with CERN, let me tell you something. If you look up, what's that guy's name? Stephen Hawking. If you look up some history on Stephen Hawking, you would find a point. You would see the point to where he went down there. Let me tell you something. Stephen Hawking was an atheist. Okay, this man went over to CERN. Wherever that collider shit that they had down there, whatever they were doing, whatever he seemed, it was enough to scare that man to becoming a Christian. Dude, whatever he seen down there was enough to scare him into becoming a Christian. I hope I don't have to explain the massive significance of something like that. But you gotta definitely be protecting yourself, both spiritually and physically. Um, so I once again, I don't doubt for a second. At the same time, it is long overdue for TIs to gather up, because, as you all know, situation's getting dangerous. I kept on mentioning this, the stuff that they were doing in China, right? And people, I'm not joking, dude. They were pulling people out from their homes. They were doing this. And they're still doing stuff like this too, even publicly. You think that's how bad? You think that's where it stops? Oh no, 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 no. I shared a video, and they took it down because they didn't want people to see it. I shared a video on how these police forces are torturing their own citizens in these third world countries and stuff. how they were basically spraying these burning compounds on, these skin burning compounds on them. People, they were spraying people with nano. They had people sitting down and they were spraying them with nano. The stuff that burns the skin, that's what that is. They did that so that they can have control of these people. It's bad enough to spray in the skies, but now they're just telling you to sit down and spraying you with that stuff? No. No. I got some business I still need to take care of today. I was meaning to take care of it yesterday, but I actually wasn't prepared, so I decided to get what I needed to get together now. So now that I got that done, I just buying some time before I head out. But dude, this situation, let me tell you something. There ain't nothing they're gonna do to keep me from heading off grid. There's nothing, because I know the significance of this bullshit, and it's just like, no, I'm not staying here. No, I'm not staying in the city. No, I'm not staying in these towns. No, I'm not staying anywhere where this tech is. It don't matter. I'm still getting the fuck out. Period. Um, and the reason why I shared that video with the whole, the thing, related to the homeless folks, is I wanted people to understand they, they will, they don't ever want people finding a solution on their own. No, they don't. And the whole thing of what they did in the community is the significance of what they did. And what the significance was that, well, they did depend on the government on some, waiting on them in their reckless decisions. Um, they didn't depend on the government. They didn't depend on asking them for aid. They didn't wait for them or anything like that. And that's one of the main points. The second point is that they self-provided. Now, this was through charity, of course, but at the same time, when you got, the whole principle, what it was showing these people, that yes, you can just build your own house, even if it's something small. You can still build your own home. You don't have to worry about buying something for a redonkulous huge amount price, over 20 something $1,000 or 200 something thousand, 45 something 100,000. You don't even have to work. Dude, that's literally slave labor to work for something that you can just build from the ground up in less than a month. Depending on how, well, maybe it takes longer than I don't know. If it's just one person, it probably will take longer than that just to build up a house. I don't know. This depends. Depends on the size. Depends on the material, like how big you're going with it. But if small house don't take that long to build. But it's just the fact that you can build your own home, you can gather your own water, you can filter and basically distill your own water. You can do all of these things. You can even make your own homemade generator. You can utilize the materials that you gather to make a generator that works off the propulsion system of a stream. You can have it to where it works off the propulsion system of the winds. Harness this and actually give you power. Now they got it to where you can actually utilize solar power. That's even better. I hope people understand. They don't want people to get the idea that they can just abandon this system. That's what they don't want you to do. They don't want you to abandon the system. They don't want you to leave it behind. Remember, the system needs you. You don't need it. It has all of these things that comes with it because it needs you more than you need it. And that's what they don't want you to know. Um, in regards to any of the situations, my plans, it's going ahead regardless of anything. I'm still fully devoted on getting the hell out of here. Period. I don't care, because I know how bad it's gonna get regardless, and I'm not gonna waste my time at all concerning about any of these perps, whatever they're up to. I'm not. No, no. My time is needed elsewhere. My time is it's precious. It's the same as with all of yours. Don't waste your breath on these perps. Don't even waste time, because like I said, and I could show you the video, and then I could show you the date. the situation. Now I do need to recheck this because I could be wrong about the time and dates of when this guy did process it out, and and the date and time of when Gavin Long, unfortunately got gunned down by the cops. I don't agree with the direction that Gavin Long did because once again the significance with this technology. We already know mind manipulation control exists. We already know the stuff is utilizing cell towers. We know people are using directed energy weapons, DEWs. We already know this. But I'm telling you, each time I keep digging deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole, I keep coming up to the same conclusion that the people doing this to us are being controlled. It doesn't matter how many times I look over, I keep coming to the exact same conclusion. They're being controlled, they're being controlled, they're being controlled by someone hiding in the shadows, pulling the strings. So it's like people are using DEWs on people who are using DEWs on people who are using DEWs on us. That's pretty much what it is. So this technology is being used to force people to do this, to force people to do this, to force people to do this to us, basically. Each time I keep digging, that's the same conclusion I keep coming towards. And you know something? I don't doubt in the slightest, dude. When I saw someone basically have that smart dust shit on their hand, they started rubbing it down on the doorknob. When I saw that, I'm like, damn it. This would have been a perfect fucking time for me to have my camera glasses so I could catch what that dude just did. So I can catch that on film. Because what's important for people to see is this that's happening. TIs, when you go out and you do reconnaissance, do not don't talk out in the open because they're gonna try to just gaslight you and they're gonna work off of that. Just take your reconnaissance, get yourself in a safe spot, and then do an extra recording over it, doing narration as to when it happens. But you don't want to just you don't want to allow yourself to be fixated on the stuff that they're doing, because what's going to happen is, and anybody will say the same. What's going to happen is you're just going to end up, going on all about it, giving all of your all into those specific things. You're going to do nothing but stress yourself out. It's bad enough that these individuals are stressing you out, but you don't want to stress yourself out either. That's why it's important to take a break. Try to do something, very productive. Do any possible thing to take your mind off it, because the one thing they don't want you just is for you to take your mind off this mess. But it's becoming increasingly difficult for us to even just remain apart, even as we all are now. I'm sure a lot of other fellow TIs will say the same. A lot of them will say the targeting has ramped up, which I'm quite certain it has. These individuals who have done this for so long, they're running out of time. Spiritually, they're running out of time. In the physical realm, though, situations are bad, but it's something. It's gonna be bad. The one thing you just want to make sure you do is protect yourself from those shots that they're trying to give out to people. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I was planning on maybe getting a dog when I head out. Man, it'll definitely come in handy for an alertness. If anybody is attempting to do anything, I'll have that as a good protection. But I wanted to also go over some of the things that I've seen that actually works. Because it seems like when it comes to these DEWs and stuff, like it's usually related to mostly a drone. In my case, it's a drone, and it's not the only thing. TIs, for TIs, it's pretty much almost the same thing for every TI. Now, I looked up any type of technology that could take down a drone, and why am I not surprised? They have a energy gun that has the ability to do just that. They have a counter surveillance drone that that takes these things down as well, and it also it launches a net to take it down. Another thing, they even have these two things put together to where you got a cannon that has, a net mixed with a parachute, and also a directed energy beam that actually, that's in this cannon shape that basically these things that work on the energy basically disables its GPS. It disables its functionality. They can't bring it back, and it just brings it completely down. Now I don't have no idea how much they're gonna charge for such a thing. I don't know, but I can tell you this much: you take something like that down, you're gonna really screw up their scheduling for a lot of stuff, man. You're gonna screw up a lot of things for a lot of a lot of their stuff. And at the same time, like when they put the stuff out there, they don't count on you doing something like that. Now, I can't tell somebody to just shoot these things down because after I researched this stuff, I thought I was gonna be able to just do that myself if I go farther out grid. They say it's illegal, but that's if you're just in the compounds in the areas of where the law actually has its placing at. Dude, these people have violated the Constitution left and right. They don't care. They don't care. And if you just let you violate it and watch what they're gonna do, they will be all over that. If you break the law a minute as a TI, they will be all over that, like white on rice, and so much more. Man, if not, it's not even so much as that though, because like, considering what they're doing, it's very unethical means, and also considering the methods that they're using as well, even more so. So I remember what Brian Two was talking about. He actually tried to go straight to court about this, saying like, look, if I committed a crime, hey, I'm willing to do, I'm willing to go and do the time for what happened. They wouldn't let him do it. They would not let him do it. Why? Because they don't want their operation to be under investigation. The UN has declared that this torture exists. I think they pretty much. I mean, you already know the UN is, it definitely has a hand in this. But I think that they really didn't have much of a choice but to, because like you're not gonna be able to just. It's just like Kyle said. You're not gonna be able to just bring something like this in here when TIs have been saying the same crap for years, saying they've been torturing people with this stuff left and right. You're not just gonna be able to just do that and expect that people to just accept it like that. That's just not gonna happen. Um, but something, the most dangerous place to be today is within the cities. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. It shouldn't be you know, no surprise to see what's going on with these riots. Sometime this next coming month, I need to definitely get out of here, regardless of the situation. That's my ultimate plan right there, and I'm sticking to it. I can only wish and hope for the best for everyone else out there. If any gatherings of fellow TIs happens, you can bet that I'll definitely be there to give my support, or I'll do something, something at least. I don't know, cause I'm gonna be on the shoreline, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that situation out. But stay safe, stay strong, everybody. My prayers and love go out to all of you.